Good morning, people. Welcome to ZA Ball for yet another match preview. I'm here with my man John Morgan. John, how you doing, brother?
I am doing fantastic. I'm doing very, very good. It's weird because the weather, Cape Town weather has all four seasons in one day. But
Yeah.
I'm good. I just want to shout out my bro, Jody February, making his debut for Sundowns last night. Absolutely great
Ooh,
achievement. Fantastic news. I just want to give him a round of applause.
shout out to the bro, man. It's good
Shout out.
news, man.
Yeah. Very good news. Also, I saw Erik was doing well. Erik Matthews, that starlet, that guy that went over to Dortmund, is now at Sundowns as well. Also did well.
Nice.
He got I think one man of the match. So yeah, very very happy, very good. Very excited about the future of the game, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Nah, man, that's good to hear, bro. But otherwise, how you doing? You have a good day. Having a good
Yeah,
day so
bro.
far.
Like, what is weird, no? I was watching the Chelsea game yesterday with hope that Chelsea would do anything, and then they got absolutely slapped. And then I was like, why did I put myself through this, bro? Like, honestly, letting Ben White, Havertz look like prime, Henry going
Hey, bro.
crazy. That's
Hey,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
He
Nah,
had a
Chelsea's
point to prove
bad,
yesterday.
bro.
But you know what? We're gonna get to Chelsea. I want us to laugh together collectively nicely later on. But you know what? Let's first look at our own. I don't want to say problems, our own business. Let's start by reacting to the manager's press conference because yesterday Ten Hag had his press conference ahead of today's match between United and Sheffield. And I've put together a few quotes. Obviously, this is not the extensive list of quotes. For that, people can just go to the Manchester United website. But I just wanted to pull together some key quotes that he brought out yesterday because people have been very critical of the manager recently, and especially the performance from the guys in our win in the FA Cup. So, manager was asked a question just around
Hmm.
our reaction and the fact that we only went through on penalties. And this is what Erik had to say regarding that. He said penalties was very good and we made it to the final. And that is a huge achievement. Twice in 2 years is magnificent. For me as a manager, four cup finals in 4 years. So the comments from the media are a disgrace. What do you think about that part, John?
Bro, when he said it, I think he was upset because I think English is not his first language. All right.
Yes.
So some words aren't emphasized. I don't think he understands certain contexts of words and how words are used. So when he was like saying like when they asked him if it was embarrassing, he didn't really understand what they meant when they said embarrassing. Because if he has to say that yes, it's embarrassing, then it's kind of a like, are you embarrassed? Are you embarrassed about managing United? Are you embarrassed? So it's like a double-edged sword. But at the same time, I don't think he understood the context of the word embarrassing. Um, because if I think of Afrikaans, what is embarrassing? Uh, I don't know. I can't, bro. I don't know. So like for me, I don't think embarrassing hit hard, man. I think until someone mentioned it to him, that these guys are actually taking liberties, literally taking liberties. So like, okay, but it was the same day. Oh no, it wasn't the same day. No, it wasn't the same day. So like when they asked him about Coventry, was the press conference the same time as was the post match press conference and the pre match press conference the same day?
No, I don't think so. I think this was yesterday. And then because the other, actually, I'm not sure because there was like a short period between the game on Sunday and this
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
But anyway,
Okay.
it's fine.
Yeah,
Carry
yeah,
on.
yeah. So what I think from my side, I think they caught him off guard with the embarrassing situation, and I think he did need to clear it up because he did look very determined and he did look very upset and like full on anger, but he was really like, hold up, why are you going coming at me? Are you not looking at the achievement? One moment you want to ask me about performances and results. For example, we look at Chelsea where we had a good performance and we should have won the game. It's just certain things that happened in the game that we didn't win the game. And now we're saying the total opposite was certain things happened in the game. We were supposed to win the game, and also we were supposed to lose the game. But the result is that matters. But now you're not focusing on the result. And I think for him as a manager, it's difficult when you keep moving the goalposts. If I'm going to continue to move the goalposts, I'm never gonna score. And that's the thing with Ten Hag and the media. They
Mm.
they're writing a story. They want to write stories to make him seem a certain way, to push the narrative. He even said it. I don't know if you have the quote, but he even said it. You have certain fans that listen to opinion and then make up their mind based on what has been told to them, which is unfair. Because if you look at the reality and like Rassi Rasmus, I love Rassi Rasmus. You know Rassi Rasmus from the book, huh?
Yes, yes, yes,
He said there's three realities. There's your reality, there's your opponent's reality, and there's the actual reality. Right?
yes,
The problem that we
yes.
have at the moment is that everybody's reality is with a bias of he's not good enough. But if you look at what actually is the actual facts of we literally reached, like he says, 4 cup finals. Now I know we reached the Carabao Cup final, and I know we reached a cup final last year with regards to FA Cup, and this year with regards to FA Cup. But I don't know what's the fourth one.
I think he's saying 4 finals as a manager because remember he reached the final in the Dutch league. He didn't win it, I believe. I'm not sure, but I think it's 4 finals for him as a manager. Because remember, last year's his first year, he did 2. The year before that, he did 1, and then now he's done the final for the FA Cup. So that's 4 as a manager. Because people are criticizing his credentials as a
Oh,
manager.
I see.
So he's almost responding to that as to say that I'm not a bad manager. Clearly, I'm doing something right if I'm able to
Yeah, of
get
course.
to back-to-back finals. And if anything, the way he's been treated as the manager at this club is disgraceful. So because think about it, the media is saying that how the team, like you're saying, maybe misunderstands it, but essentially how he's interpreting it is that they're calling what his work and his team's work an embarrassment and a disgrace. And he's saying
Yeah,
that the way that the media's treated him and the way that they've handled the club matches has been disgraceful because they've got an agenda. I mean, look at how they've consistently been saying that we are linked to multiple managers, consistently printing stuff about dressing room problems, consistent.
which is
So
the.
I think
Let me
he's
tell
just
you something
fighting back.
quickly. Yeah, 100%. Let me tell you something quickly. If you must be in the media, right, you must put on your social media. I think John is absolutely delusional. I think John's head is too big. I think John's muscles, he don't even have muscles. I think John, his teeth is skew. And then you come and have a stream like this with me. My brother, I am gonna be upset. And that's been happening constantly this whole season. I'm not saying about you talking about bad behind my back.
No,
I'm
no, no.
saying
I
this
get the example. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
this is what's been happening in front of his face. They will literally go and they will write their own stories, their own news. They will print, publish. Gareth Southgate, Graham Potter, lies, 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 lies. Fabrizio will come and say, but that's not true because Erik Ten Hag's future. For example, Fabrizio says that Erik Ten Hag's future is still hasn't been decided, but he's planning for next season, giving you an understanding that this manager and this regime and whoever's in charge is planning to have him here next year. Right?
Yeah.
They won't write that. They will make up. They will think, okay, we know Ineos wanted a Graham Potter at Nice. We know Brailsford worked with Southgate. We know that they are admirers of the Zerbi based on past information that they received. They will take that information, manipulate the story, come up with a narrative. Man United doesn't do well. 1+1 = 2. Simple. That's what they'll do. When they won't look at the actual facts. Now the reason why I love Fabrizio, number one, because he don't fabricate. He don't give opinion. He gives stuff on what he hears and what he understands to be said. And I don't even notice, but Fabrizio's vocabulary is very, very simple. Right?
Mm,
He will always say he loves the club. Right? He loves the club because he's been told the player loves the club.
mm.
He will
He
be told
loves the club.
he loves the club. Exactly. The problem that we have at the moment, right, with the media, with it's not a problem, but with Fabrizio, his vocabulary will be, "What's up, Mark? What's up, Kenny?" His vocabulary will be, the Ineos are big admirers of this. Um, Chelsea is big admirers of a player. Uh, Ralph Rangnick was an admirer of Julian Alvarez. Why? Because that's what he hears. Now, the media at the moment in England pushes a story, and the story is Erik Ten Hag is not good enough. Here's all the reasons why. Here's all the evidence for it. But the premise of why he's not good enough is wrong and is fabricated. You
Mm,
understand? So
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
moment the media is pushing a narrative, and more, the more negative feelings you get, the more you jump on the bandwagon of negativity. So if
yeah.
I'm gonna give you
100%.
an opportunity for negativity, as soon as something negative happens, I could be right, and that is
Yeah. So
wrong.
so if it suits your narrative, in other words, you'll go with it, is what you're saying. And you know what? It's unfortunate because you currently see the civil war that's happening between within the fan base, and people are exploiting that in the media because United sells papers. But yeah, I just think it's Ten Hag just fighting back, which is about time in my opinion. Um, he's taken a lot of hits this season, and as much as I feel a certain way about the manager. He's still my manager, he's still the boss. I still look at him as the gaffer. And I'm still gonna back him up until they say he's not the boss anymore. You know what I mean? Because I've always been a firm believer that we might have issues as a family, but nobody's allowed to come and jump into our problems. I'm always gonna back John in the public, even if me and John have problems between each other, because that's an in-house thing. It shouldn't be,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? But the fan base, because of, like you're saying, people have agendas, they're gonna take in and say anything that is fed to them that fits the narrative. So I'm pretty happy that Ten Hag fought back because I've always said for a while, he's been very, very balanced with the media, in my opinion, despite the amount of attacks. He's been
Mm.
very professional. But I always thought if they're gonna treat him like a villain, might as well, bro, because
Bro,
at the end of the day,
like,
they hate us.
bro, the thing is, right? The reason why I love Ten Hag is because he has his own character and his own principles that he sticks by, regardless of the opposition. But it comes to a point where you have to say enough is enough. You must stop twisting my words. Stop saying stuff I didn't say. Stop telling people lies that is not true. Stop doing all of these 110 things that you know is doesn't come from a place of integrity. And that's why I'm so frustrated with this media. This media will push a narrative that will say that regardless of the fact that we overachieved last season, all right, we got the story from, I think it was a Telegraph, that said Ineos understands that last season Erik ten Hag overachieved with third place and a trophy. All right, this season he's underachieved, but he's mitigating circumstances for it. All right, so next season is
Facts.
going to be kind of a better. They're going to get a better understanding of what Ten Hag's about next season because he would have had more than 2 years in a job where he can allow players to play his way. All right, now nobody's talking about Poch. Poch got butchered last night, absolutely butchered, right?
Oh, we're
Last
gonna
night.
talk about
Nobody,
that. Don't you worry
yes.
about it.
But what I'm saying is that the media is not talking about Poch, all
Yeah,
right? They will rather
yeah.
talk about Coventry. Yesterday I was standing and doing the dishes, right? And I thought, Coventry must feel so disrespected because they got to a semi-final at Wembley, and yes, I understand that they championship quality. Yes, I understand that they mid-table in the championship, but that doesn't take away the route and how they got to the Wembley. They still got there. They still come and had to compete. And for 70 minutes in the game, they were out of the game. And like football changes, as soon as you take one chance, you might get two. As soon as you take a second chance, you might get three, and you might end up winning the game. That is football, regardless about who you are, regardless about where you find yourself. That is football, right? If you look at Bafana went to the AFCON. They took the chances against Morocco. We won 2-0. All right, Morocco
Mm.
did so well in the World Cup.
World Cup
All right,
Cup.
they
Mm.
exactly they are much better team than Bafana. But Bafana went and they did their job. They did what they could do and they got through. Now everybody's disrespecting Coventry. Why? So that they can butcher our manager because our manager is not good enough. But nobody's talking about the fact that Coventry stayed in the game and Coventry came back. Right? Give some
Yeah,
respect. Now, I'm not saying let's hype up Coventry as the next big team. No, what I'm saying is that understand the game. You have to understand football. Football's about moments. What a big moment leads to the next big moment. And if you have one big moment, you're likely to have another. And that's why I'm so like that's why I was told, it's actually disrespectful. Like everybody was supposed to think that Coventry is gonna come there and they get their asses handed to them. And it didn't happen like that.
mm. Yeah. No, and I agree with what Mark is saying. Yeah, like I said, people are gonna just see what they want to see at the end of the day and hear what they want to hear. But anyway, moving on to more quotes from Ten Hag. He says, "In top football, it's all about the results, and when we made it to the final, and we deserve it. not only by this game, but also the other games, and we lost in 20 minutes control. Then also we had bad luck, 3-2, then 3-3. We were very lucky in the end. That is clear. And you know what? I fully agree with what Ted Hogg is saying. If he wins, people are going to talk about the performance. If he doesn't win, it's about then why didn't he get the result? So he's not going to win
Yeah,
irrespectively. And I'm glad that he's pointing out the fact that we lost control, because at least he's not blowing smoke up our butts, because we did lose control when he made those changes. So at least the manager
mm,
is acknowledging the fact that that happened. And to a degree, I think he's right, man. Those players capitulated, and we were lucky to get there. But at the end of the day, we got the result, and we're in the
yeah,
final. Coventry's not in the final, so he's not wrong in what he's saying.
yeah. And
What do you think,
I
John?
mean that gives me confidence. What I get confidence from Coventry game was the fact that we scored 3 goals, right? But the thing is, against a opposition like Coventry, like coming back to where they are, you would expect United to go 3-0 up, right? Okay, they bring a goal back, and football's football, right? I explained it already.
Hmm.
What I'm happy about is how we took penalties.
Yeah.
We got the setback in the pin in Casemiro catching on absolute nonsense, and then Onana making a save. Now David De Gea, I say this already, but David De Gea doesn't make penalty saves. So with Onana in the polls, you can trust him to save penalties, right?
Yes.
So for me, that gives me confidence because now we can go into a final and we can go into the future knowing that we have a goalkeeper that can save penalties, that can take us out, that can stand up and rise to the big occasion and do what needs to be done. Right?
Hmm.
So for me also, what this speaks to is like you said, in 20 minutes lost control. We lost control in 20 minutes, right? That speaks to the players that came on. And he's 100% correct. Because if you are sub, you must come on and impact the game. You
Hmm.
must come in and change the game, not change the game, but you must apply the same intensity that the players before you that was applying. Don't mean about ability. I'm not talking about being Kobe and running the midfield the way Kobe runs the midfield. I'm just talking about making runs. I'm talking about putting in tackles. I'm talking about making passes. I'm talking about making better decisions. Where Anthony come in and absolutely be so wasteful that at the end of the day we were looking, okay, is what kind of Anthony is this again? Are we gonna get the old Anthony or are we gonna get the new Anthony? What Anthony do we get? So for me, that speaks to the players that's coming on. Another problem that we have is that we have Casemiro playing in center defense, in central defense. That is a problem. Why? Because you're not going to get the same assurity that you will have if you must have a natural born number 4 or number 5, not number 2, number 3 or number 4 in your centre back partnership. If you're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
going to have your a pure breed centre back, you're going to obviously lose confidence. Why? Because this player is going to do things on instinct, right? One on ones, he might need to track back, or he might need to jockey, but he doesn't jockey. He goes in for the tackle, he wins the ball, but then the ball is loose, and now all of a sudden you must now scramble. Where a different defender will think differently, right?
Yes.
Jockey, and then maybe try and nick the ball and try and win, and then try and win it going forward. So all of these different things you have to take into consideration. And for that reason, I think we as fans are not taking into consideration how much setbacks we've had. And this is why Erik Ten Hag had to do this in the media. Was because you guys are battering me, but you are not taking into consideration everything I've been through this season. And that's why I think as perfect as it was a disgrace.
It's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. No, no, like you said, like I've got nothing else to add on to this. I'm glad, the gaffer's fighting back. I think these people have been taking the mickey. I think, like, even if you're like not 10 hog in, but you can agree that these players have been letting us down a lot. And we can't ignore that fact because of the agenda. And I think it's actually compounded by the fact that, one, we're Manchester United, but there seems to be an even more different agenda against Ten Hag himself. Because if you look at what's his name? Ollie was, as much as we had some really bad results under him, he was almost protected to a degree. I don't know if it's because he played for us. But this is
Bro,
not like the
Gary
first
Neville's
time.
friend. Bro, it's about friends. Literally, this industry that I noticed in England, England is sus, bro. I said this already. They are so sus. It's about Barassa, right? Friends. If we Barassa, okay, I don't talk about you. Gary Neville literally said in the studio, I can't, he's my friend, I can't talk bad about him. They were going through the most against Watford to the point where Ollie said on Gary Neville's overlap, I knew it. I knew I was gonna get sacked. Right? He knew it.
Mm.
He just knew it. Right?
Yeah,
But Gary Neville, seeing this, can't give honest opinion, honest punditry to the audience that is watching him because of his friend. That is nepotism, right? That's a form of nepotism because now you can't give you what's actually happening. You are now gaslighting because it's your friend, right? And
mm,
this is the issue. Now all of a sudden, Ten Hag has no friends, and Ten Hag don't want friends. He moves like a guy. I don't need friends here. I'm not here to do. I'm not friend buddy business. I'm here to do my job. I'm here to win titles. I'm here to win trophies. I'm here to win, and I'm here to make sure that we succeed as a team. It's party. I come here and make brassa, and then my team is catching on stuff. For example, look at Pochettino. Pochettino has a yellow brassa in the press conference, but he got
mm.
battered 5
Too
0
many. Don't worry, John. Don't spoil it. Keep that.
Exactly.
Contain that reaction. I need it for later on, my friend. But no, I get what you're saying, John. Like it's
Yeah,
if you don't have friends in the press, they're going to destroy. Especially for Manchester United, we man, even like from the referees to the fans, I mean the rival fans, I mean to the press conference, everybody hates us. So these things don't surprise me. And you know what? When you're winning as a United fan, you love it. You know what? Hated but never ignored is what they say. We're never gonna be ignored. We're that club.
exactly.
So it is what it is. I just think Ten Hag needs to just do what is the best thing for himself to stay in this role and to bring this team to success. That's why I don't like this whole playing Rashford thing. Rashford is gonna kill him. We don't need that anymore.
Yo,
But it, but anyway, finally, Ten Hag said, in relation to the fact that
Anthony.
what is Anthony was cupping his ears and the fans were losing their minds, embarrassing. He was saying he was provoked and he should not react like that. Yes, he was provoked, and this was a reaction to that. You haven't seen the provocation; you only see the reaction. But he should not do it. I have also seen Harry Maguire straight after as others because we should acknowledge the performance from Coventry. So, Ten Hag defending his player to a degree, saying, look, you only seeing Anthony's reaction, but you're not seeing the build up to that. But yes, he's what do you think, John? Did you find it embarrassing the fact that he cupped his ears to the Coventry fans, or do you think it was just a heat of the moment thing? You give it to
Brother,
me, I give it back type of a situation?
brother, if I'm playing against under 12s and they giving me the big one, if they telling me what now, what now, but as soon as I knock them out, I'm gonna do what now, yeah, what now, because you can't give it and not be able to take it. Also, I'm also a person. If you're gonna provoke me, and the thing is, Anthony's from the favelas, and I think I kind of have an idea because I'm from the same the same wood type of thing. Not the same
Yes.
wood, but yeah, we know how the Cape Flats
Similar
is.
environment. Similar environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Cape Flats is crazy. Yeah, we have it's
Hey,
nuts.
it's nuts.
So
It's nuts.
we, so I understand it. You can't, my bro. You can't come here and wanna be this hot shot. I saw that right. That right from Coventry worked on my nerves. You wanna come and be a hot shot, and wanna strut here, making so to the fans. Ease it, brother. Ease it. Hold that you out. Shut up. What now? You're not coming to the Premier League next year. What now? And the thing is,
Mm,
we don't know what they told Anthony. All right. Remember, Anthony's fighting court cases. Anthony was bought for a lot of money. There's a lot going against Anthony. Right? It's easy for them to say you were 80 million flop. Yeah, you playing. Yeah, you struggled against Coventry. It's easy for them to say that you were RA or you were a what you call it. Don't want to say the words, but you were criminal or whatever. Right? It's easy for them to say that. So him literally only doing the cup years should, like, okay, we understand the reaction, yes, kind of out of line, and it's from a Man United perspective, but we're not gonna crucify you for it. This is football. If you give it, you must take it. And
yes.
again the media is only emphasizing half a story, half a picture, because we know, right? Because what the media, I think what the media was trying to imply, and this has been happening a lot of the time, the implication on the media is the implication of the media thus far with regards to Ten Hag was he's not good enough. He has favorites. He don't know what his brand of football. He's an awkward manager. He's this, he's that, he's this, he's that, he's this, the other, this, that, and the other, right? So now we have an issue where everything he does wrong is his fault. Everything that goes wrong is his fault. So we're gonna emphasize what is going wrong. The problem with that is that there's other things in the club that's going right. For example, Harry Maguire going over to Coventry and giving them a good job. All right, that is quality from a management perspective. That's lovely because he's not our captain anymore, but he's able to go and respect like a leader. He's going able to respect the other team and say, "Look here, well done, you did a good job. We rate you for this, right?" So that has been my issue at the moment is that we don't notice what that guy did with his ears to the fans. We don't notice what Harry Maguire did. We only hone in on Anthony. And if you're only gonna hone in on one person, bro, you're not going to get the full story. And again, it bleeds back into gaslighting and manipulation. Because if you don't give the full truth, all right, you are now trying to manipulate the narrative that suits your bias, which again Erik ten Hag exposes in the press conference when he calls them a disgrace, which I absolutely love.
Is a disgrace. An absolute a disgrace. But you know what? People can say what they want. It is back-to-back finals, whether they like it or not, for Manchester United. And last season we didn't have an opportunity to stop the treble. We don't have to even worry about that this season, but we do have an opportunity to take another trophy off Pep Guardiola. So I'm looking forward to that final. Look, I was so emotional. I didn't care about Anthony cupping his ears. That game was such a roller coaster ride. It was up, down, and relief. That's how it literally went for me. It was cruise control. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Oh my gosh, we're out. Oh, VAR. Oh, we made it through. That was the journey that I went through. So the fact that Anthony cupped his ears, people were shaking. I don't care. We're in the final. That's all my head was saying. But yeah, that's it from the press conference and from Ten Hag. Looking ahead, we are playing Sheffield United today, Mark. What are you expecting to see, my friend? What are you expecting to learn from the previous game coming into this one and hoping to do differently, both from the manager's perspective, but also from the players?
Look, we there's an expectation again on us now to win, right?
Yeah.
Um, the as they say in free fall, you have to hit the ground some point. At some point, you have to hit the ground and you have to get back up. All right.
Yes.
This is a perfect opportunity for us to hit the ground and get back up and try and climb this ladder again. This has been the story of our season. I think Coventry at Wembley was the story of our season in the sense of we play good football sometimes and then we play absolute trash football. And we either come out on top or we don't, or something goes
Mm.
against us or something goes for us, and we get the result. So it's a bit tricky because now we know that Sheffield United is going to turn into prime Atletico Madrid. They now going to all of a sudden become this mentality monsters and play the best football they ever played this year, which is kind of like expected because every team ups the game against United. It's something that irritated me, but now I've just come to realize it is what it is.
Mhm.
From a game perspective, I want to see Kobe in the midfield. I want to see Garnacho starting. I want to see Bruno continue his good run because I think Bruno Fernandes played well again against Coventry. In the game before against Bournemouth, he played well as well. Um, Ten Hag did say that he needs to get creative with his defense and with players that's injured.
Mm.
So that's a bit of a worrying one because like getting creative is never good when it comes to the back end of the season when results cost more. So yeah, like for me, like I'm more just want us to get through it. I just want us to get through it and try and build some momentum into the next few games. Um
Mm.
which leads up. So for the over the next month, I want us to win a good
As
good
many
amount of
games.
games.
Yeah, as
Yeah, so
many
that we
games
go
as
into the
possible.
City final, knowing that we made Europa League already. And I did want Champions League, but because of injuries, it was not possible. And we
Yeah,
have to.
that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But no, speaking of the players, man, and the creativity aspect of it, I thought we could do something different today. Let's try do a predicted 11 if you're up to it.
Yeah, okay.
Are you up to it? Alrighty. And anybody in the chat, please just participate. Feel free. Uh, Here we are, squad builder. Just gonna put MUFC here. I don't know. Let me know if you can see my screen, John.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty.
Goalkeeper, we
So
know Zonana 4-3-3.
Yep. I don't know. Do you think that I think that Mendo's gonna stick to 4-2-3-1? To be honest,
Oh yeah, maybe yeah, he will do that. Yeah.
he hasn't
You think-
really and the starting formation doesn't really matter because it's how they play in game from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
I think Bruno plays more as an 8. Bruno plays more of as an 8. Wan-Bissaka's finished, eh? Wan-Bissaka's
Oh
actually
yeah.
finished.
Oh no, we saw that. Don't worry. We saw that. Oh, that guy, no sham. But he's probably gonna
Nah,
play like Tenag is saying, but like down to the bare bones. Do you
yeah,
okay?
true.
What I want to maybe ask is, do you want to maybe see him being moved this side because he's literally doing nothing at all here,
Nah,
or should
leave him
he be
left back.
removed from the starting
Leave
11
leave
altogether?
him left back. Who we gonna play there?
Hey
in
man,
left back, bro.
I've been hearing some interesting academy names.
Leave the academy alone. Bro, leave the academy alone.
Okay,
Academy is good,
I'm
but
just saying.
nah, this time of the season you don't wanna. The thing is, man, with academy, like for example, Willie Kampuala, right?
Yes.
We know he's a good player. I think if he's fit, he must start. Problem is there is slip ups that can happen. For example, at Bournemouth, the man literally slipped and gave a goal away. Um,
Mm,
then he made a tackle and we equalized, but a lot of what went wrong that day was because of him. So, and you never want to do that, man. You never want a young player to be so exposed to the point where he's giving away goals. So it's Dallo and then Wan-Bissaka on the left side.
okay.
Centre back's gonna be Maguire. Apparently, Maguire's playing with an injury. So I think
All right,
that
that's what you know. Oh, it's got a
there,
dash.
there we
There you
go.
go. Okay, and then in the center of defense,
Maguire, and Sika Casemiro.
wait, where does Maguire play? Does he play on the left next to the low or
Bro, put him anywhere. It don't matter.
To some people it does. That's why I'm asking.
Ethan, let's see what Mark says. Ethan Wheatley was promoted to the first team and will train with him from now and will feature in preseason. Watch out for the bags man. Okay, Mark coming here with a scouting report. Casemiro centre back.
Okay, Casemiro center back.
I think we're gonna have Kobe. McTominay was also injured, so it's likely gonna be Kobe and Kobe and Eriksen. I think it'll be Kobe and Eriksen.
Oh, I don't like
Because
this
if McTominay is
midfield.
injured, who are we gonna play? Mount is also injured. Amrabat is injured.
This team is paper thin. My gosh.
Paper thin, bro.
Okay, Eriksen. Obviously, the
Bruno,
captain has
obviously.
to play.
Yeah.
Now, the
Up
forward
front will be.
line is what
Up
I
front,
want to discuss
yeah.
because
Up,
wow, I
up
don't know.
front will be Boylan, definitely.
Am I spelling the name wrong?
Boylan, Garnacho, and then Ahmad.
There we go. These Scandinavian names. Okay, who do you want to see on the right side?
Ahmad Diallo.
Not Anthony.
Nah, Ahmad.
There's a lot of people with the same names here. There we go. And then
Ahmad and
Garnacho, obviously.
Garnacho. Yeah. I think that team's good enough to win the game. But the thing is, man, it's not about the players, man. It's about literally the intensity.
And am I spelling people? This is how I know I don't have to spell overseas names. I'm used to my local names.
Gar Garnacho. Or put in Alejandro. AL. ALJD.
This team doesn't respect us. Why does it put our players in the front? Who are all these random regions? Anyway.
Yeah, so we have Onana, Dallo, Maguire, Casemiro, Wan-Bissaka, Kobe, Eriksen, Diallo, Bruno, Garnacho, and Wieland. How many players here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Simply John for what? For playing Ahmed over Anthony. Is that what you're saying, Mark?
Anthony deserves a start. Cinnamon John is crazy on the own channel. Nah, bro. Nah, that's nuts. Cinnamon is a myth here for me specifically.
I don't know. If you say
Um,
something outrageous, I might have to mute you for a bit. If you say
what?
something like
Can't
we're
mute me
gonna
though.
win the league, no, bro.
um,
But now I'm
that's
happy
how
with
much.
the starting 11. All things
One, two,
considered.
three, four. Wait, one, two, three, four youngsters. Four youngsters. Four players under 20. Or under 21.
Essentially, that's how paper thin we are. Yo, it's so bad.
It's
I don't
bad,
think
bro.
people. It's so sad how people don't care. I don't know any other manager who would be able to deal with this level of your team is not here. They're all in the hospital recovering, essentially.
Nah, that's nuts, bruh. Yo,
Because
that's
we
crazy.
have no defense. We've got no defense. Now we've got no midfield. Essentially, we've got one striker. So Lord, please, until the end of the season.
Mark says here, guys, I know Anthony didn't have a good game last Sunday, but the games before his performances have been better than Ahmad. I agree with that, right? I agree with that, Mark, from his perspective of he didn't play too well, but over the last couple of weeks he's been playing better. The thing is though, is that Ahmad has been when he's come on, he's been had more of an impact than Anthony for over a longer period of time. So Anthony will have consistent and inconsistent, or not. Wait, Anthony will be inconsistent. Inconsistent in the sense of he'll be good and he'll be bad, and he'll be good and then he'll be bad. Ahmad is more of a okay. This is what we're gonna get. We know what we're gonna get, and also Ahmad, I think in the half spaces and in the little pockets is much better than Anthony. And I think that as a we underestimate Ahmad for that. Ahmad in the half spaces and in between the lines, I think is good. Anthony
You know
scored the
what? For
goal
me,
that equalized. We know, Mark. We know. We
for
know
me,
that he
I've seen
equalized.
watching Ahmad. He almost seems more effective centrally than he does on the wings. So I don't know if
Nah,
only
but
we didn't need to play Ericsson. I would have loved to see him in a more central position next to Bruno, so that we have got more than one creative player in the middle of the park. Because honestly, he's more effective when he's drifting from the right, coming into the midfield, and playing 1-2s with the rest of the team. That's just me,
yeah,
in
I
my
hear that.
opinion. Ben Erik, Mark is not having it. He's not having it. Oh, bro, this is just a predicted. We all know that Erik will do whatever Erik wants. But anyway, guys, here's our starting 11. This is the ZA Ball starting 11. You guys let us know in the live chat or in the comment section what you think Erik Ten Hag's starting 11 will be for tonight's game. And on the back of that, John, what do you think the score will be at the end of today's game?
um, Mark is upset. Um, yo, it can go both ways. Actually, all three ways.
No,
LGVT,
you have to
LGTV,
choose.
bro.
You have to choose the struggle.
LGTV, both ways,
You have to-
always. Literally, that community, LGBTV community. Um, no disrespect, but disrespect.
Wow, wow,
I
wow.
don't care. But yo, I don't know, man. Like, yo, you know what's so frustrating, Vegeta? I know
Yeah,
what this team can do, right?
yeah,
But then I also know what this team can do, man. You feel me?
yes. We
Like,
are. That's what I've
how
always
do I?
said. We are our worst enemy. If anything, most of the time we beat ourselves. Most of the time,
Exactly.
nobody else has
Exactly.
to do anything. We will do the work for them.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And that's what frustrates me. Whoa, 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 whoa. 5-1 United early goals from Willian and Bruno. And gone Willian and Bruno Conacho win spins. Um, who's it though?
We are at home. We're at Old Trafford. It's at Old
Nah, we're
Trafford.
gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
No, I'm
Um,
in agreement, but we still need a score line from you, John. What's the score line?
you know, if we get an early goal, right? There's every
Yeah,
possibility of them equalizing and making it a shootout. Which I think is going to happen. So let me say 4-2.
4-2.
4-2.
Uh, I'm also on board with everybody. I think we're gonna win. I think it'll be 3-1 because I don't see us keeping a clean sheet with basically no defense. I mean, We don't have a left back. I'm not going to count Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Our central defensive, our backup to the backup to the backup is gone. We literally just have Maguire and Casemiro.
How? Vijay, let me ask you a question. How is it possible that Wan-Bissaka has no pace anymore? Zero pace. Tamati pace.
Hey man, these players are complaining about training. Who knows, man? Maybe they're not following their diets. Maybe they're not training properly. I don't know, man. I wouldn't put anything past these group of players, but it's also like with like what's his name, Casemiro. I know he's getting old, but like how do we go from last year to what we're seeing this year? That's a bit of a dramatic change. Like I know we're
Yeah.
getting older, but nah, bro, come on. It's horrible. It's
bad. Yeah.
bad.
It's bad.
But yeah, it is what it is. We're all predicting a United win. Let's look at some of the games for this week, but let's look at some of the results that we've had. And I know we've all been, especially John. John's been itching to talk about this one. And you know, the other day it was us, but today it's not us who's going through this.
Football can kill you. Will kill you a real death. You will die because of football.
Yeah, football.
Nicholas Jackson. Let me talk about Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson, bruh. Nicholas Fraudulent Jackson, the 22-year-old. That's actually 27. Bro. Think about your life, bro. Think about your life. How do you hit the side netting? Literally standing in front of the post. Keepers one side. Keeper standing on the post, covering the near post. You standing opposite the keeper. A full goal to the right, to the left-hand side of you. Right? To the keeper's right-hand side. You kick it right to the keeper outside of the field. Side netting. Are you dumb? Like, are you really like, are you on some joke thing? Bro, like, I've seen people in the church league. I've seen people on Sunday league. I've seen people on LFA league make way better decisions than Nicholas Jackson. Guys, Chelsea, if you want a striker, right? If you want strikers, come here to the Fletcher. Come here and come see what's going on here. How they make decisions, how they kick a ball, how they can honestly be way better than what you currently have. Because Nicholas Jackson is an absolute fraud. A fraud of note, bro. He's stealing a living. That's why he wanted to get with that girl from I think it's an OnlyFans model on Snapchat. Because he knew this life he's living. He can't believe it. He wakes up every morning thinking, oh, I'm a footballer. How is that possible? Bro,
he's an imposter.
He's an imposter.
Bro,
he's an imposter, bro. And imposter Koglu. That's who you are, Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson, ask yourself the question, how many goals would you score if you can just look to the left or look to the right and make a better decision? Literally, how many chances didn't the guy get to get his team back into it, to score a goal, to literally win the game for his team? But he catches on nonsense.
You know what's funny, bro? Scott would do better in that same position, and he's not even a striker. That's the sad part. Scott McTominay would do so much better with those opportunities than Nicholas Jackson.
Yo. Imagine me comparing Nicholas Jackson to Scott McTominay. Imagine me comparing your number one striker, your number 9 to Scott McTominay. This is how far your club has fallen. 5-0. And then you still have Kai Havertz, the player that you hated, the player that you didn't like, the player that you slandered. I remember when Kai Havertz was being the talk of the town in Chelsea because he's not good enough, he's not this, he's not that, he's not this, he's not that. Coming to the Emirates and bagging 2 goals for his new club, doing that is crazy. That is nuts. Imagine my old player do this to me.
Hey, bro. They spoke on his name, bro. Hey, I don't blame him, bro. Shy Havertz and all of that, bro. They say they got away with one with the whole 60 million transfer.
What now?
He looks like he's about to win the league from where they're standing right now. I'm just saying, Chelsea. At the moment,
never win the
I'm
league.
talking about.
Never win the
I'm
league.
saying at the moment.
Let's talk about the 5-0, man. 5-0.
Okay.
Let's talk about Majita. Did you see any fight from Enzo?
This is all I can say about Enzo.
God have mercy upon us.
Enzo,
God have mercy upon us.
yo. They told us he's the best. 1 billion spent on this club. Not Bowley.
Yo,
Oh, these guys are going outside.
120 million for Enzo Fernandez. Whoa, hold up.
Bro.
Caicedo, another 100 million. Hold up.
Bro.
The
You know what's
Sassy.
funny? These people were chatting a lot when Arsenal got Rice for 100 million. At least Rice is scoring goals and helping his team. What is
Bro.
Enzo, Mr. The best CM in the world, Fernandez, doing for them? He's doing nothing.
My bro, it's not even a normal man. Look at Rice and look at the role that he fulfills on the pitch. Right? Then you look at Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. What do they do? What is their role? What is their job? What are they supposed to do? What do they bring to the team? Literally, we had Enzo Fernandez shouting at Mason Mount that he's proper Chelsea, proper. Bro, you got battered 5-0. 5-0 at the Emirates. Chelsea get battered everywhere they go. Chelsea get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go.
Chelsea. As Troop said, you were bodied
Nah.
from start to finish. In the words of Troops.
No fight, bro. No fight.
Yesterday I was watching the streams, right? And all I could see from all the Chelsea fans. Yesterday, this was all the Chelsea fans.
And the players? Where are the players?
Bro, these guys were all over the place, bro. I could not believe the marking from Chelsea yesterday. The way they were being cut like a hot knife through butter. It was ridiculous. At some stage, I saw like 4 players marking one person, leaving like a group of Arsenal players by themselves. Bro, it could have been worse. If you think about it, it could have been worse. There were so many shots that were just like bouncing off the keeper. I thought it was going to be like a 7-0, 8-0 game yesterday, the way they were playing, because Chelsea was not there at all, my guy.
Do you know what is funny, I thought this is Chelsea's level. Like, okay, this is Chelsea's level. But I thought, based on what has been happening in the past with regards to boardroom decisions, how many players they brought in, how many managers they brought in, backroom stuff they brought in, how many managers they had to let go, how they upset everything, how they upset every apple cart, how they let Tuchel go, got in Potter's whole backroom stuff, let Potter go, brought in more players. All of that stuff plays a part, contributes. So I thought, you know what, let's give grace to Pochettino, because he's obviously come in with players that he doesn't know, that he maybe didn't want, and he has to now make it work. But, bro, please, you have to at least show some fight. You have to at least show some tactical ability to go and to do something on the field. He showed absolutely nothing.
Yo, if people are crying with Ten Hag, imagine if we got this guy. Clearly, being at a big club is not for him. We're crying about Ten Hag. This man is crumbling at Chelsea. He's crumbling, bro.
Crumbling.
Well, I would say it's sad, but I don't like Chelsea, so whatever. Chelsea. Chelsea's
a small club, man. We shouldn't even give them much time. They're a small club.
But their fans have got pigeon chests, so whatever. Chelsea.
Pigeon chest with no nipples, bro.
Anyway, we move, bro. We've already covered our game. Crystal Palace versus Newcastle. How do you see that going, John?
Newcastle killed. Oh, but they scored 5 in the last game.
I was about to say, bro, Crystal Palace are coming
into
this.
Is Anolisha doing a madness?
They're in some good form, Crystal Palace.
Maybe. But I still think Newcastle will win there, man.
I also think it'll be a Newcastle win, but I don't think it'll be easy. I think they're going to have a United game in the sense that it'll be 3-2. It'll be a very entertaining game.
When are they playing? Tonight as well?
Yeah, today. There's a lot of games on today, actually. It's us. Yeah. It's Crystal Palace, and then there's the Merseyside derby between Everton and Liverpool.
Oh!
That's today, bro.
Onana, stand, rise. Calvert-Lewin, rise. Ashley Young, rise. Pickford, rise. All of you guys are good enough. Don't mean the Premier League dock your points that you're not good enough. You're good enough. James Garner, do us a favor. We need Liverpool to be humble. This is guy on TikTok. Vegeta. Look here. Yeah. He's so specific. He's so bro. He's so dumb. Look here. I don't want to shout out his name because I don't want to promote him now. But I think I must. But anyway, I'm not going to promote him. Maybe I'll promote him on a different stage. But every time, if there's somebody that's watching this, he says, before the FA Cup game, right? Before the FA Cup game, he was like, oh, I'm so glad we got Lucky FC. I'm so glad we got the easy fixture. I'm so glad we got brah, literally
This is a Liverpool fan.
Liverpool fan, brah.
The
Then
same Liverpool we beat in the FA Cup.
exactly. Then they lost. And they were like, this is an absolute disgrace. How? They were so poor. Then it came again, he played in the league. He was like, time for us to redeem ourselves against Lucky FC.
Hmm.
Bro, it was
How-
peak. I'm in that
How's that
guy's comments.
redemption going?
Bro, I'm in that guy's comments consistently. Whenever I see, I think I don't even follow him because I don't like Liverpool. I hate everything about Liverpool. And the thing is, if I'm on TikTok and I see Liverpool fans, I'm in the comments, wah, because you saw, wah, it's poor, bro. You're winning nothing. Clubs last season is gonna be the same season Ten Hag had at our
Last
club
season.
was coming third, and then winning a Carabao. Shut up, Jetsu.
Ooh, all I know is that every time I see Liverpool fans, I'm just gonna be like, quadruple. We're gonna win the quadruple. He told us about the quadruple.
Kanti,
I
you
don't see
thought
no-
you winning Champions League, Kanti, your Champions League was Carabao when you celebrated like it was a Champions League. We know, we saw
These-
that. We
these
saw that
losers.
celebration.
These losers. The final season of Klopp is whoa, and you can't even win that. Shame.
Dun, 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 dun.
But anyway, I don't trust Sean Dyke and his men. These guys are probably so down in the dumps because of the points deduction thing. I foresee Liverpool unfortunately winning. Boo. 3-1. 3-1. What did I say?
Nah,
3-1.
I'll go with my heart and I'll say Everton. Everton. Oh no, let me say 1-1. Controversial 1-1.
I would take that. If that happens, I don't mind being wrong. I just don't see it. And then tomorrow we've got Brighton playing City. It's another big game for the title race. City
that's
away
good.
to Brighton.
I think City will win them. City away to Brighton. Nah, Arsenal put Brighton away like it was chips. I think City will do the same.
So Brighton's getting folded tomorrow. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because
go
the
with
thing
the
is, you gone?
3-0 to Brighton. I mean to City. What am I
3-0.
saying? To City. To City.
Yeah, because the thing is with Brighton, they don't change their play. They'll play the same football. They'll play against Luton. They'll play against City. How the heck can you do that? That doesn't make sense. So yeah,
Hey, bro, everybody wants De Zerbi apparently over 10. I don't see it, bro. Personally, I don't know what people see in De Zerbi.
Ten
De
Hag is
Zerbi.
saying.
This is what I'm saying. People like to be tacticals. People who have multiple monitors watching every league in the world at the same time. All right, guys. You know what? From the little that I've watched of De Zerbi, I'm not impressed, to be honest. It's
Bro, everybody's a hindsight manager. Everybody's a great manager in hindsight. For example, whenever United lose, no, Ten Hag should have did this. No, Ten Hag should have did that. You have to adapt. He has to do this. He has to do that. Yay! Before the game, you must be able to understand what he's trying to do. And after the game, just because you know the result and just because you know how they played, doesn't mean you before the game you knew what was going to happen. And that's the problem I have with these people that's on these platforms. There's this media that's in the media room, that these journalists, all of these people that has all this information about how to be a great manager, but yet never got the manager's job. They will never ever get the manager's job as well. But yet they are here giving information, giving advice to
Yappa,
Erik ten
yappa.
Hag. Bro,
Yappa.
nah, man. Stop now.
Bro, it is what it is, bro. Everybody has an opinion on something, it's whatever it is. We don't have to accept every opinion. It's just, especially some people they just live on Twitter. I think people need to go out, see the sun, touch
Facts.
grass, every once in a while, because life is not
Facts.
Twitter. And Twitter's not reality. Otherwise, you're gonna go crazy at the end of the day. Have your opinion. Watch the game with your own two eyes. We don't have to agree. Me and John don't agree on everything, but at least we watch the game with our eyes. We don't watch the game through Twitter. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, I think it's gonna be an interesting game week. I'm looking forward to our game. I think it'll be a good game, a comfortable. Well, I say comfortable, but I think we'll win comfortably. Let me put it that way. We'll win comfortably. Any final thoughts, John, before we round it up? Everybody remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're watching this after the fact, please comment down in the chat box. What are you saying, John? Any last final thoughts?
United, grow up now, man. Grow up. All of you players, backroom staff, manager, Amo, grow up now. It's time for you to step up. We expect you guys to take the game to Sheffield. We expect you guys to do your best. We can't control the decisions of the ref. We can't control what's going to happen in the game. But just grow up. Grow some, and take the game and do something, please.
Mm. No, definitely echo what John is saying, guys. Just give us a good end to the season. We've already accepted it. It's been a very hard and difficult season, but give us something to cheer. And you know what, guys? I just want to close by referencing Sir Jim's interview in the BBC. He said himself it's going to take some time because people are coming in, but some of them are still on gardening leave. Let's have realistic expectations as we close off the season, going into next season. Let's allow these people to do their jobs. And again, if Ted Hawk is still here, it's not the end of the world, guys. Support your manager. He is still the boss. Until he's not the boss, he's still the boss. Let's back him. Let's look, criticism is fair, but let's still back our manager. Okay. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say to that. And glory, glory, Man United always, and the Reds go marching on, on, on. It's been Vegeta as well as John Morgan on ZA Ball, guys. Thank you very much. Once again, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace.
Peace.